A Minnesota native's unique work on the movie Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is among the special effects up for an Oscar this Sunday. The film is nominated for Best Visual Effects.
And we're told his specific role is pretty rare in Hollywood. Rena Sargentopoulos tells us more about it and even gets a little demonstration of what he does in our studio.
Have you ever paid attention to the ending credits of a movie? There's a lot of names there. And what do they even do?
Yes, there are a lot of names that go by, but sometimes I have a juicy title like, virtual production supervisor or TechViz supervisor.
Well, you're about to meet one of them, and he's a Minnesota kid. Ari Fablowitz graduated from Minnetonka High School.
Took a video production class there, took a architecture class, so I learned some of those programs like AutoCAD and Photoshop, and that was some of the first stuff I learned that helped me go in this direction.
The direction Ari took is the visual effects side of movie making.
My job is to bridge the virtual and the real world together.
And he's worked on a lot of films that you know. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers Endgame, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Avatar 2, The Way of the Water.
I'm a huge James Cameron fan. He directed many of my favorite films that inspired me to go into the film industry in the first place. So to work on a film like that was absolutely a dream come true.
And you could say Ari's making movie magic come true. He's one of just a handful of people in Hollywood that do what he does.
The virtual world is kind of a playground to be able to test out any camera move you want, see if it's going to work, see how to make it work.
Ari gave us a little demonstration in our studio.
So what I have here is a LiDAR app on my iPhone for doing 3D scans of the real world. So you can see here it's created geometry for everything I've scanned. And that's the room we're in right now. Yep, that's our little new studio. So you can see, it's a little rough around the edges, but there's the chair I'm sitting in, there's the TV screen, there's my computer. I'll actually just bring in a Cyclops because that's funny. Here's an actual Cyclops standing here in the soundstage. And you can see if we walk closer to it, we're actually getting closer to it. It's like the real world size. So there we're looking at its eye. It's the correct height.
Okay, so why is that such a big deal? Because oftentimes actors are interacting with things that don't exist yet. So this technology allows everyone on set to see how it will really look, like in the movie.
He's only holding this like big foam thing. But when you look through the Cyclops app, you can see the actual real world scale of the dragon's tail. So you know how big it is, you know how big the dragon is, you know where the dragon is. The camera is just
He uses technology to figure out if certain camera shots will work or how to improvise if they don't.
So this is probably one of the most complicated sequences I've worked on in my life. She can't actually be running upside down in circles. So the camera has to inherit all of the motion of that circle. So you kind of end up with this thing where the camera is like spinning in circles, these big loops, because you want them to really look like they're spinning, but then you have to do it accurately at her correct running speed.
And what you see on the silver screen in the end is not only pretty cool, but thanks in part to what Ari does. So yeah, he deserves a juicy title.
It's definitely a rare role, and I'm really happy to have found myself in it.
With photojournalist Ron Stover, Rena Sargentopoulos, KARE 11 News.